What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Jesus Coin for user. I don't have anything more than that. It's just user. So we're talking about this one for you. We're talking about this one for the whole Jesus Coin community. You guys, this is exciting. This is really exciting stuff. We got a good one today. It might be short. It might be a long one. I feel like I do tend to drone on with Jesus Coin sometimes, but looking at this thing on the weekly. You put a line, a nice horizontal white line. Oh, that's a blue line. We're going to make it white though, right? Nice horizontal white line on this weekly closing basis, right, that you double topped off of. Look at where you bounced, okay? Now, I want to say, man, looking at the daily, let's mute this real quick, okay? Mute this real quick. I'll come back to this, okay? It's very exciting. It's actually very, very exciting. But looking at this here, you know, when we had our top, we had a more substantiated kind of correction. The kind of first like major sustained correctional phase that we saw for this thing, it's like since it was created, right? Very early on, it moved up and then it moved down for a while. Gave people an opportunity to buy, capitulate, get bored with it, lose hope in it, gain faith in it, get their bags filled, you know, whatever. And then it moved up tremendously. And I've been thinking this whole time, I've been saying like since maybe it wasn't since here. I was saying since here. Since here I was saying we'd go higher, but I have been saying that, you know, probably since around here, that whenever we do move lower, and as we got more convincingly to the downside after the burn date, really, that we would consolidate for a third to 2/3 of the entire length of this consolidation phase. So or correctional phase, right? We'd correct, consolidate, whatever. It's technically we're consolidating now. This was more of a correction. Corrections are consolidation phases, you know, tomato, tomato. But what I'm trying to say is from top here until we started to turn up again, it was 123 days. 123 days, man. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah, that is 122. On the 123rd, we started moving up again. So a third of that would be about 40 days. Okay, a little bit more than 40 days. 2/3 of that would be about 80 days, 81 days, something like that, right? From here to where we are now, it's been about 34 days. So it's kind of exciting because we're getting close to that range, okay? But we might not. We might not consolidate for that long. We might be moving up now. We really might be moving up now. Now, we're not getting, you know, we found the low multiple days before this, but we didn't start moving up. That's kind of the way I have it drawn. The low itself was like literally on this day, or maybe it was, let's see. It was right here on this day, actually, just the day before. 2 days before we started moving up. We had our low over here. I wouldn't say we're moving up just yet, but you guys, this, again, coming back to this, I'm going to delete it and then come back to this. This bounce right here is super exciting. It looks exciting. Let's get some confirmation. Let's get some follow-through to add to the excitement. But you guys, whenever you break out of something, whether it's a pattern, it's a price area, whatever, when you break out and you check back at a previous area of resistance and you find it as support, that is very encouraging. That's like incredibly encouraging. You look back at this daily here, you can see that you're in like a nice straight line up, right? Come on now. Right? With that low, like you've got this low tipped, this low tipped, this low tipped. You got a nice straight line going up, man. You really do. And if we really try, let's see if we can fine tune this even a little bit. I wonder. Kind of holds to that too, but this one's definitely cleaner. It looks good. It looks really good, man. It can look bad in a very short amount of time. And what do I mean by it looks good? I mean like that could be the low. My last video that I made about Jesus Coin, I was talking about this being the low. That could very well be the low. Like absolutely. And in fact, as the days go on, I'm starting to believe more that that is the low. We don't have anything to confirm that yet, but we are seeing some of the lowest levels in volume that we've seen in a second. Generally with consolidation phases, whether it's consolidating up or consolidating down, you end your consolidation right before you're about to break out with low volume. Well, We're at the point where we might break out. Now, breaking out does not mean to the upside. It can, but it can also mean breaking out to the downside. Okay, we do very much still have this impending drop to about 7 zeros 7-3 or 7 zeros 4-5. That is very much still at play. There's a lot of support down here. There really is. There's a lot of support down here. I'm personally not afraid of going down there. I hope none of you are either. I know it would be much more exciting to see this thing go up, but if you look at this fib for what it is, we found support on the 382. We found resistance on the 236. It's a classic maneuver. You tend to see this little ping pong action before you go down to your 618. Okay? So we don't have a lot convincing us one way or another. The most kind of convincing thing that we're going to go higher is this bounce off of these previous highs. It really, it's got me jazzed up, man. It's got me excited for sure. But if we close below 6 zeros 1198, closing below there on a daily basis, the odds of us adding another zero, seeing that 7 zeros 7 to 7 zeros 4 5, it becomes increasingly largely more possible, for lack of better words, man, and lack of a better vocabulary. I know that, back up here and a little bit even down here, I was calling for us to go down here with strong conviction. I was calling for us to go down there. I would never, ever, ever be as happy to be wrong about anything in my life than I would be about this thing, because if this does bounce from here, you guys, what we're going to see is a continuation. This move, that would imply that this move is not done. We are in, just like we consolidated here and we moved up, and then we consolidated here and we moved up. We're in like a grand consolidation. We're like in a bigger consolidation phase, and we're not done with this move, is essentially what that would mean. And where could we go? Well, take the high, the current all-time high, to the current low, assuming that we bounce from there, which, again, if we close below that, that's not going to look good. This would diminish and probably negate anything I'm about to say, so let's not do that. You can go lower than this, it's okay, but don't close a day below this. You can wick below it, it's okay, don't close a day below it. But that would put us at 6 zeros 879, 5 zeros 109, and 5 zeros 15. Those are our three targets potentially, okay? And that would probably happen in a very, very short amount of time. Not from now, but from when we start moving, whenever we start moving up. Jesus Coin likes to move fast. You guys know it does. Taking this high to low, I know there's a lot of lines on the chart. Let me get rid of this real quick. We hit the 1414 first. We actually kind of double topped off the 1414, okay? If we bring this back now, we look at the 1414, that's right at that 5-0 mark, a kind of psychological level, right, of resistance. We very well could be making a move right now to there, guys. This low might be in. This is a very strong look. And what's got me excited about Jesus Coin the most is that it doesn't care what Bitcoin does. It doesn't care what other cryptos do. This thing was moving up when other cryptos were stagnant. It was moving down when other cryptos were going up. It doesn't care. It really doesn't care. You know what? Let's see if we can find some that validates that. And if it'll let me, BTC, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. It's on Dex Screener, so it might not. I got a better idea. Let's do this. We'll find our own correlation with our eyeballs. I dropped something. BTC. But it's not loading, is it? Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Okay, well, whatever. It'd just be really nice to see, man. It'd be really, really nice to see. I want to look at this real quick on the Heikinashi. Exciting, guys. This is exciting. It's really exciting. Yeah, very, very exciting. Maybe not too exciting when I look at this. It's a little bit less exciting now. My hopes are down a little bit, but hey. Still, flipping green is not a bad thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 red days in a row. Less exciting, but whatever. Let's get above the 40. We're on the 10 RSI right now. Let's get above the 40. Get above the 50. Things will really start to look good again, you guys. the confirmation that we need, again, first off, is to not close below this low here, okay? Don't close a day below this low. You can go below it, don't close a day below it. And if we can get a day to close above this 382, above 602242, that would be the first step in getting things exciting. Why? It's the 382. Closing above that would be a big deal. Okay, we closed above it here, but the anchor wasn't drawn yet, so not that big of a deal. But it is a previous area of resistance and support. Closing above that, nice to see. Where would the next target be at the 618 there? So closing above 60322 would be even more significant than that, right? So step one, close above 602242. Next, 603224. And then after that, man, it's essentially on. It's like literally, if we can close above that 618, it's essentially on. The last step that we need is to break all-time highs. That's it. And just because we close above this 382 doesn't mean we're going to go right to the 618. Just because we close above the 618 doesn't mean we're going to go right to all-time highs. Okay, it could. We really could move like more or less in like a straight line like that. It's possible. But odds are we're probably going to meander a little bit, right? Like as you do, like whenever you're coming up to breaking out of something, right? You move up to the area where you're going to break out, you kind of consolidate, and then you break out, right? Not always, but that's generally how it works. You know, kind of here, you're near your all-time highs, not quite at them, but you're consolidating, and then you get your big move, right? You had your big move here to start it off to like get your impulse up, consolidated more or less for a while, and then you had your like final finishing move, big move. So you don't have to just move in a straight line, though you could. It is Jesus coin, man. We all know how this thing likes to move. But all that to say, man, I'm very, very, very extraordinarily excited about the way that this looks so far. Let's keep getting weeks to close higher than this. Let's not get weeks to close lower. Let's get days that do not close below this line. Let's signal that this is a legitimate bounce. We are breaking out of previous all-time highs, checking back, finding support, and looking to expand. It's just beautiful, man. It really, 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 really is. I feel like this video has been a little bit of TA with, oh my God. It's even more beautiful, man. It's even more beautiful. A very common maneuver, you guys. I've said it throughout a lot of my videos in my channel, actually, is that whenever you hit these extensions, it's very common to pull back to your 886 and bounce right off of it, which we did. We literally did that. I'm not making that up. This isn't something I just decided to say in this video. Anybody that's been watching my TA, you know that this is something, this is a maneuver exactly like this. And when I say it tips the 886, I mean exactly like this. And what this implies is deeper extensions. And where's the deeper extension after the 1414? The 1618. And where is that 1618? Top to bottom here, 1414. Boom. It looks good, guys. We might be kicking off the new year. You know, I know they said that you know Christmas was supposed to be a big day. I know I said it too. But the new year, man, maybe sometime in January, guys. It might be this month. It might be sometime in February. We need to all coordinate. This is a joke, but we need to coordinate that Easter is going to allow Jesus to rise, right? That's what Easter commemorates, right? The forgive me for my ignorance on like how to properly say it, but the rebirth or the resurrection, right? So maybe that's what we need. We need to get a little Easter hype going on. We need to start spreading the word that Jesus is going to resurrect for Easter, and it's certainly looking like that, man. Not just for Easter, but for January, February, like for Valentine's Day, man. Cupid is going to flap his wings and take Jesus with him up. I don't know, man. I'm trying to make jokes here, but I'm really being serious, actually. This 5-0 mark, guys. I didn't think we were going to see it for at least another like month or 2 or 3. But it could be less than a month and a half from now that we see that. Pretty crazy. I don't know what else to say, man. Really good looks. I really love this bounce off of this weekly close. I really love this bounce off the 886. I can't tell you how beautiful that looks, man. What would make it not look beautiful if we go below it? That's essentially it. So hold this. Keep going higher. Nice weekly look. We have 3 days left. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have 3 days left in the week. Let's close this week here or higher. You guys, if this happens, like it's going to be great. It's really going to be great. And I got nothing else to say other than that. So if you like the video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys on the next one. Watch us get an exchange listing, man. This might have been the pullback that we need. Exchange is bought down here. You get your exchange listing up here, and then it takes a little bit more of a dump, something like that. And don't be fooled. It likely will dump on an exchange listing, right? It's not on any exchanges, so any kind of exposure, I mean, it is, but like they're very small exchanges. Any kind of remotely big exchange or medium exchange would produce some selling pressure when they list it. So don't be shocked by that. But that's all I got. We'll go over that if that's a plan, if it happens, when it happens. Hit that like button, subscribe, and you guys, like, this is really exciting stuff. I don't know if I seem excited. I feel like I'm pretty calm right now, but man, like this is cool. This is really cool stuff. I was very excited to make this video. In fact, I'm so excited that I saved it for the last video of the day, which I normally do whenever I'm talking about the things that I'm like most excited about. In case you haven't picked up on that, I normally save the last videos for the things that I'm most excited about. I do the first videos. All the first videos are requests. The last video tends to be things that I'm personally interested in and that I want to say. So this is what I wanted to say, man. But nonetheless, this one still was a request of somebody named User, but I didn't include it with all the other coins because I wanted the Jesus Coin community to see this, man. I want you guys to see this. So I'm not saying that it's going up. I'm not saying that, but I am saying it looks good. It's looking really good. And the more days that we get here or higher, or at least not below there, if we can close this week here, we can get next week with a green week like this. This could look really good, you guys. I got nothing else to add. So again, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.